Hello everyone, and welcome back to a weekly update on Let's Play Hattrick FC Pigneto. So, another week has passed. We are still in the sort of an intermezzo between the seasons, but a number of things have happened that will fill this update and that fills me with joy and happiness. So, let's get right on with it. First of all, we're going to start traditionally with our training. And I'm happy to say that our first trainee has gone to formidable playmaking. His name is Petru Bacescu, and he's not even 18 years old, so that is just amazing. This guy is unfortunately fiery and dishonest, but he's a popular guy, so that might, modify his stats on the market a bit. I was thinking about selling him, quite honestly, because the fact that he's not yet 18 might make his price skyrocket, but I decided, let's not do it. We're gonna start selling them once we actually have a reason, and it's usually best to sell the player before his birthday, because that way he can look like the best guy. I mean, people usually search not usually. People search in yearly increments. So, for example, if they are searching for a 17-year-old, Petru would still show up now as he would show up with a playmaking of 5. And I guess not that many people pay attention to the days, even though they are very important. So, Petru will stay with us at least until his 19th birthday, or, shortly before that, and we're going to see if we're going to sell him at that point. He's a candidate to be sold for sure, because his personal stats aren't that great, and I also have to make a point of him not having a specialty. Now, I haven't really went for trainees with specialties, but I will from now on. If I ever buy a new trainee now, he's always going to have a specialty. Now, that makes their price much higher, but also it makes them much better. But not to get stuck on Petru, we also had other players improve their skills. We have Sven Karsten Beren and Celestio Veka, or Vecha, or Veja. I'm not sure how that would be pronounced. I guess Veka, I think that would be the way to pronounce that. He's 18, popular guy, balanced and honest, and now his playmaking is actually passable, which is not bad though. Though he is 18 years old and 37 days, his skills in scoring, winger, and passing are pretty good. He also has some decent set pieces, and he's our what would that be? We are his home club, which means that we are going to get a bit more money from him. So yeah, he's definitely on a training list. And Sven Karsten Beren, again, not even 18 years old, and has a winger and playmaking of solid, so that is amazing. Now, that means that our current players here are, when we go by age, the youngest one is Nico, who has playmaking of excellent. This is just amazing. He's gonna reach 10. I think we might sell Nico before his 18th birthday, because he might reach 10, which is just amazing. We have Baptista Ferreira here, 17 and 87 days old. He has playmaking of 8. Juan Sote, 17 years, 88 days, defending of 7, playmaking of 6. Petru Bacescu, 17 years old, 100 days. We've seen him playmaking of 9. Then Sven Karsten Beren and Celestino Veka. Those are our trainees. We also had a couple of changes as far as form and stamina goes. Most of the forms are going up, which is pretty good. Some drops in stamina, unfortunately, but hey, what can you do? That's still pretty good. So training is bringing me joy and happiness. Now, matches. As far as matches go, you can see that we had a ton of them. These green ones are all from tournaments. Those are on the side. Your players cannot get hurt in tournaments, and that does not, any cards and everything do not come from this one into regular matches, so they're just for fun. But that we were in one, and the second one was just starting. So the Supporter Week trophy was a bit less of fun for us. In the other one, we ended somewhere around 14,500 place, I think. I just remember I had trouble pronouncing it. And in this one, we ended up on the 17,213th place. These numbers are really hard to pronounce. We lost most of the matches, not gonna lie. The cards that were dealt to us were pretty bad, so you can see we lost most of them. We had just 2 victories here, and then 1 here, and a couple of draws. So not really a great tournament for us. But I think the tournaments, they're fun, and things are happening pretty rapidly, and they can show you your positioning. So if we ended up in the first one somewhere around, the place 14,500, and this time somewhere around 17,500. That puts us somewhere around the 16,000th best team. But it's fun to compete and watch these matches and look at them. Okay, so you see that we had a couple of friendly matches, and all of them has been played, and now the cup is starting. Now, I have spoken about the cup before. The cup is where most of the money comes from in the beginning of the season. I'm not sure how the exact calculation of fans goes, but I know the following. The amount of spectators on a regular match is based on the amount of your fans, the amount of the home fans, whether that is yours or not, the amount of... Actually, let's start over. It's based on the amount of fans of each team, with more weight given to the team that's playing home. That's the way to put it. It's also based on your ranking. So a team that's playing as a leader in the season will have much more people showing up than the last team in the season. And there is an increasing amount of fans as the season progresses. So most people come watch at the end of the season. But the core of your fans is the important part. For cup matches, this is turned out to 11. So many more fans come watch the cup. Unfortunately, you can get really quickly eliminated from a cup. And in this case, I'm not entirely sure what to expect. Now, when you look at our fans, they are telling us better not show up, and the 1,263 fans of our opponent are telling us let's humiliate them. So that would tell you that we have absolutely no chance. But I took the liberty of checking my opponent, and I'm not entirely sure that this is how it should look like. Now, in his series, he ended up fairly low. He does have a lot of fans, that's, for sure. Can we see it somewhere? Nope, we saw it only here. 1,263, but he's really not that good. When I investigated his matches and even the cup, not the cup, but series matches, you can see his statistics here. He's playing mostly normal tactics, and his best Hattrick stats, this one he won just because the other team did not show up. Yeah, I think this is the highest one, 154. Has 130 here and 129 here. While if you look at our last matches in our tournament where I was playing with our performance, we had nearly 180. So that is something that's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, it keeps oscillating around 180 with slight 177 to 180. And now I actually build up a new setup using our best playmaker, Bacescu here. So we should be even stronger. So I made this the match of the season, which is gonna kill a bit of our mood. But I think we actually stand a chance of winning this. Now we actually have to win this if you want to see any income from from the cup, because this one is played on my competitor stadium, and I think that for the cup, well, actually no, that's how it works in the friendlies. Each one of the teams takes half, no matter where you play. In the series, you take all if you're at home, and you get nothing if you're playing out. But I think that in the cup, you get 2/3 to the one hosting and 1/3 to the one that's visiting. But I would like to see at least 2 matches, because this is going to give us a huge amount of money. Now he has total capacity of 20,000. Our stadium has a total capacity of 12,000. So we'll see. I guess I would like to, win this. If not, well, what can you do? But yeah, I actually put my B team on the weekend from the match we had with Atletico Brosio. It was kind of fun. We had a much lower performance, 144. And I put the A team on the cup match. It's going to be played on the 14th, so in 2 days. So I'm really looking forward to it. Now, there's always the question of what are you going to do when you have both the series and the cup going. But as we're not really that interesting in playing the series this season, I think we can just focus on the cup and hope that we can get 2, maybe 3 rounds out of it. But, it's dependent on how we're going to go. But I know I raked millions of Czech crowns from the cup if I was lucky, so hopefully this is going to help. Now, speaking of this, 2 things that are important. There has been an update to the way the finances are, distributed based on the fans and sponsors. So that actually gave us a huge boost here of about 200 fan members. So we are now at 414. You can see that they updated the numbers here a bit. So we get 14 here. Not exactly sure why it's not showing the 200. Yeah, it recalculated all the way back, so it's a bit weird. But yeah, we got 200 extra out of this, which is good. Now we're getting 14 instead of 16 because we're at a bit of a higher number, but we'll see how that's gonna work. And also the finances, we're getting more from sponsors. As you can see, we were getting 34,230 last week. This week we're gonna get 37,000. But there's a different way it works now, and you actually get a special sponsor choice. Now for me, if you look at that, we had 5 choices, and based on this you get extra money from your sponsors. Now I don't know how much less you are gonna get from the sponsors as a default, but I'm hoping that it should be calculated that we won't lose anything. So I had a choice of taking either inner piece insurance, which is what I went with. We get 13,000 euros for every league match played, which is, kind of okay. Every week we're going to get 13,000. If I was cocky, I would take the RNA random number accounting, which would give us 15,000 for each league match won. So we would have to win a match. We wouldn't just get it by default. So we either get 13,000 for every match or 15,000 for the ones we win. Now there's also Mega Brain research, which gives you 3,000 for each goal scored in a home league match, up to maximum of 15,000. And then you get additional 1,500 for each goal scored in a league match, up to maximum of 7,500. So you can get, if I understand this correctly, in your own home league matches, you can get 15,000 plus 7,500. And when you're playing out, you can get 7,500. So that's also a pretty cool choice, but it is dependent on a lot of goals scored. You actually, to get the maximum, you always have to win at least 5 goals. You actually don't have to win. You need to score. That's the thing. And then there's pitch perfect music. 14,000 for each home league match won. 9,000 for each clean sheet in a league match. So that's also a pretty cool one. If you are completely dominating your league, this is a good one. And then there's Elmhaden Industries, which gives you a bonus of 160,000 if you are promoted to higher division, an extra 10,000 for each clean sheet in a home league match. So if you are, for example, alone with no competitors, just computers, this one is the best one because you will probably not get any goals. So you get 10,000 for each match you play. I think there's 14 rounds, and then you get an extra 160,000. But yeah, for us, right now, the inner piece is the best one. So that's what I'm going for. We also cashed in on the 350k bonus last week. Was it 350 or 250? I guess, no, sorry, 250. Yeah, 250. So we are now sitting at almost 350,000. This week we're in a slight deficit of 50k. But as we're going to play the cup match, it's going to change. I don't know by how much, but I guess we should get at least, say, 10k out of it. So we're going to see. That means we're going to end this week with about 300,000, which is pretty good. That's gonna keep us rolling through the entire season. I'm pretty sure. And we can always sell someone if we want to. We have the trainees for that. Okay, so that covers the finances, the fans. We covered the matches, the cup. We covered the training, the tournaments. So anything else that I would like to show here? I guess not. I get the money now to get maybe a better goalie. I actually tried to searching for one, but I'm not entirely sure this is, this is a good thing. If you look at keepers, they are extremely expensive. We would need at least someone with outstanding, and but he's 41. Okay, so that's too high. Yeah, and you can see the prices are just yeah. For this guy who is 32, but he's 13, 2.5 million. Most of these are just completely over the top. Like, they're asking for a 34-year-old guy with 12. They're asking for $1 million. No one's gonna pay that. Actually, they're paying for this one. Yeah, but he's 2 years younger, has a higher keeper and higher set pieces. So that guy is much better. There's not much that you can do here, and there's another $1 million here. There's no one we can actually afford. I could afford, for example, this guy, but I think that that one is in the 9 hours. I think he's gonna skyrocket. So I was searching a bit for a goalie, but as our goalies are both from our league, they get additional 1.5 skill bonus. So we actually have a keeper of 7.5 and 6.5. So spending too much on a new keeper might not be the best idea. But that's the next thing that I actually want to pay for, because we have the defenders, we have the guys that are scoring. So yeah, keeper will be our next investment. But I would like to get someone that I can rely on, and the way we are doing things, we will need at least 2. So yeah, that's a thing that you should keep in mind. Okay, last but not least, it's time to look at the World Cup and the U21 World Cup. Now, I will not lie, I am really surprised that Slovakia actually won the World Cup, and great congratulations to our eastern neighbors. It's that I did not expect. Italy lost 3-5 to Slovakia, which is amazing. I was really not expecting that. But yeah, it was fun. If we look at it, wait, no, I did not want to watch it again. Oh, it's completely wrong. I think I can access it directly like this. Yeah, we're pretty well balanced. So either team could have won. They used no tactic and a defensive style of play. But yeah, it was just a flip of a coin, and Slovakia was lucky and won. So good for them. 121,000 people showed up. That's massive. Nobody got hurt, which is awesome. Yeah, pretty decent. It wasn't penalties, right? Oh, and that was actually extra 30 minutes here. They were tied. And then Slovakia had some... Okay, Italia's organization suffered due to lack of experience. Italy needed a fresh pair of legs, so they had some changes. Tactics approach. Okay, so there's okay, so here's one and here's another goal. So they lost in the added time. Interesting. Well, and as far as the U21 goes, Italy is not really doing good. They might drop. They're just below the line, but there's a number of matches yet to be played, so maybe they can still salvage this. They got 2, 4, 5 extra matches ahead of them. But so far they lost with Bolivia and Oceania. They tied with Portugal and Nicaragua, and they won with Latvia. So, wait, no, that's not Latvia. That's Lietuva. Lietuva, yeah. So good luck to you guys, and all the best in your next endeavors. Anyway, that's where I'm going to end it for today. It is a nice week behind us. I'm really looking forward to the cup match that's gonna come next. And if you guys want to, we actually have an extra space in our series, so I would welcome anyone that would like to join. It would be pretty cool to see you in here. If you want, I can invite you. So if you do, drop me a comment and I'll give you the link. If not, then I look forward to seeing you in the next episode in exactly 1 week. So till then, you guys take care.